my throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle.
It shows on the phone good. Hope we're good. But hi, happy Year's Day, everybody.
You're lagging, B.
Oh man, I
Sound like a robot.
uh, is it better? Is that better?
Yes, you sound much better.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. It keeps telling me oops, connection lost, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how to fix that. But hi, Jerry and Ernest, and we're trying to get Micah up, but it's still he's still having audio issues. It keeps telling him no audio, so we're trying to figure that out because the audio is working on everything else, but so I'm not sure. And Ronnie is supposed to be up as well, but the link hasn't worked for. Well, it worked for Ernest. It didn't work for you, Jerry. It didn't work for Micah at first. So I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, I went right in. It took mine right in.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
get enough space, so.
Oh, here we got. Let's see. I think we got Micah back finally.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes! Yay!
Geez, yeah, that was more complicated than it needed to be for sure.
Oh my gosh! I just have no idea what's going on right now, but
What's up, Micah?
How's it going?
What's up, Micah, brother?
How you doing?
Ernest is up there too. So I am so excited because, well, you three, I all know. I haven't got to meet Ernest, but I've been friends with Ernest for over a year because of the live fishing lake. Same with Jerry. Plus, I got to personally meet Jerry and you, Micah. I just got to see. I've seen you a couple times. I watched you lecture at CatCon, and then of course at Vicksburg, and
Yeah,
so I'm excited to hear from you guys because all of you have been nominated for some of the biggest awards, and that is super duper impressive. That
yeah,
is,
it's kind of neat to me because it's just kind of neat that somebody else thought that highly of me. I guess.
Yeah.
yes,
Same.
yes, and both you two, Jerry and Micah, male angler of the year and angler of the year, and bank angler of the year, I do believe, Jerry. So you guys are all over the place. Holy cow!
Folks got low, folks got low expectations.
Ernest, can you hear us?
Do what, man?
Uh
What?
oh. Oh, there we go. And he is bank angler of the year. And you know what? You three, well, actually, so Ronnie as well. If Ronnie gets up here, I watch all of you, and all of you catch fish consistently, and I mean consistently. It is insane.
Well, for what we do, we kind of almost have to.
It's oh my, it's crazy. So I'm excited to hear from all of you. If I'm being honest, and Jerry, you'll already know I'm going to ask a million questions because it's just what I do. I stalk Jerry, so
Yep.
there's
You are
that.
my first stalker.
I'm his personal stalker. Everything from how you do it to what you're looking for to water temperatures to, I mean, baits. Just let us hear it because I'm sure I'm not the only one who wants to hear. But first, we're going to take 1 second and say hi to the people who've come in to see you guys. Because I know it's not just me that's fanboying over here. So let's do this. We've got Andrew Creo, catfishing, Lisa Swain, Lance McCougai. Um, and we have Brandy, old gray hair Swain. Lee. We have, uh, oh my gosh, I'm going to mutilate this, and I apologize. Bowers Boys Outdoors, I think. I hope I was semi close on that. If not, I am so sorry. But I'm just going to be honest, it's cutting out on me again, and I can't see crap. I don't know what is going on with this restream here today, but it's really just not being friendly at all. It keeps freezing. And of course, my husband, Catchfish with Us. He's not going to miss it. Northern View Outdoors, Rowdy Royal. Let's see. Well, it's cutting out on me again, so we'll just get started with you guys. So I don't mutilate this any more than necessary. I don't know who wants to start, but I'd like you guys to tell me about your channels. Tell me how you guys got started in this, because the particular awards that you qualify for or that you are nominated for, there's actually, especially the Angler of the Year, there's actually strict guidelines. Um, Obviously consistent fishing, but also you guys put out a lot of content to help others. You talk about what you do. You share openly, so that's really really exciting. And the other bank angler, Ernest, he has fished the same spot for 40 years. And Jerry, I know you watch him. Ernest, I don't know if you're, or Micah, if you're aware of Ernest, but he pulls out like 50 fish a day. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Of
that's
course,
pretty
I'm
insane, especially off
exaggerating
the
it.
bank. Yeah,
I'm
especially off the
sorry.
bank. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's high. It's so impressive. Bank anglers just fascinate the crap out of me. But so I don't know who wants to start, but we want to hear it all. If I'm being honest, we all want to hear it.
You
Um,
go ahead. You go ahead, JP. You can start off.
All right. I started my channel, I guess. Oh my goodness, about 4 or 5 years ago. For my granddaughter, my little bitty granddaughter. My girls were just like, Dad, you fish all the time. You could probably do this. I'll be honest. I threw out a few small videos when I first started out with my channel. It was a lot of creek fishing, pond fishing stuff. Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to what I love the most. Chasing these cats, and it's just kind of taken off from there. And the opportunities I've been blessed with, you know, and the people I've gotten to meet. That's the coolest thing is the people I've gotten to meet. And like I said, all the opportunities that awarded me, and it's turned into something way more than I ever thought it was going to turn into. So,
so with all the work you have to put into it, I'm just going to be that guy. Still have the same passion and love you had for it at the beginning, Jerry.
oh, absolutely, it's what drives me. But it's just
Good.
my my normal job is I put in anywhere from 12, 13 hours a day to 14 hours a day. So it's really hard for me to get on the water. So when I do, try to make the most of it. And which everybody on this panel will tell you, it's a lot of work getting the bait, trying to figure out locations, where you're gonna go. But that's part of the fun of it, because the obstacles you got to overcome, and when you have one of them killer days, it just makes it all worthwhile.
Um,
That's a fact.
okay. Micah, you tell us how you got started, and then I'll ask you guys another round of questions. But first, I want to hear how everyone got started.
Well, I got started just for the simple fact that I needed something different to do. So most everybody knows that I spent 21 years in the military, and come back with some issues. So we're not going to talk about that. But anyways, but fishing,
Service.
we'll
Thank
just
you
say
for your service.
fishing. But we'll just say fishing more or less, saved my life, and my wife knew that, right? So she pushed me into doing it more and more and more, to the point where I was able to, pretty much quit my job and just do it full time. Well, then it was kind of one of them harebrained ideas. It's like, well, I don't know, let me just start filming some of this stuff. So it all started with my first state record. My wife was out with me. She filmed it on her cell phone. And so from there, I'm kind of like, well, I could probably do this. probably give it a shot.
Catch state
And
record, let's do it.
yeah, it's like, so, I figured I could gain some traction with that, maybe not get to nowhere near where I'm at today, but I figured it would be something for me to just do. And so from there, it just kept building and building and building. And of course, you added the second state record. Well, that's kind of where it, like, okay, yeah, this is what I need to do from here on out. So I've just put a lot of work in with networking, like JP said, just absolutely meeting people, because you'd be amazed at how many people you run across just by having a small YouTube channel. That just they see you one or two times, they tell your friends about them, and the next thing you know, you're very, very popular in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it just keeps me driving more, doing better content, meeting more people, hanging out with all that stuff, and like what you asked JP about, to still have the drive and passion. I absolutely do. I will have this till probably the day I can't do it no more, and even then, I'll probably still have it. I just can't do it no more.
Well, I'm gonna say the video when you caught your second state record is one of my all-time favorite video because the excitement, you freaking out, it was just one of my absolute favorite videos.
Well, what's funny about that though is I get a lot of comments on it. Still get comments to today. That's going to be my first million view video, I'm sure. But because yes, I was excited, and I absolutely lost my stuff, and that when I seen that fish. Uh, so I so
I will.
I consistently repeated myself, and you get some of the guys that in the comment section, they'll just harp on one little thing or another, and I'm sure, like, it's like, well, how many over 100-pound fish have you caught? I don't know. I mean, let me know how many. We'll see how excited you get. I know me.
Oh,
I was very excited.
I would
I
absolutely lose it. I'm telling you, I would
Yeah,
lose it.
I
Anyone that knows me
really,
knows I would go off the deep end. I would
yeah,
lose it.
yeah.
I was on a friend's boat when I caught my first hundo, and I really, oh my god, I wish so bad I would have had a camera going. I ain't gonna lie, I shook. I mean, literally was shaking for like an hour afterwards.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I just, you know,
Um, Ernest, can you hear us? Ernest? Oh, we lost Ernest.
I think so. Yeah.
oh, dadgum.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Wait a minute, this thing just moved there.
So, okay, both, hopefully we get Ernest back and we can get his answer on that. Oh, there he is. Ernest, can you hear us? No. I'm going with no. Okay. So, Jerry, the next question I want to know is your home waters. I mean, I obviously know. So you just still have to answer him, Jerry, because maybe someone else does not. The home waters you fish in, and let's hear your besties, your flats, your blues, your channels. What you got?
All right, my home waters are the Mississippi, the Kaskasky, and the Missouri River. Are the three I hit the most, and plus a few lakes in southern Illinois. Uh, Personal best blue cat. Well, we had two different 110-pound scales in the boat, and I bottomed both of them out. So I called it 106. Flathead, it's been so long ago. It was in the high 60s, which you're right there, V. And then channel cat is 30, right at 30 pounds, and
Yeah.
that came out of the Mississippi River years ago. And I
Man.
also one in the high 20s from like Lake Mendota up in Wisconsin.
That's awesome, Micah. How about you?
Well, of course, a lot of people know that I mainly fish to Cumberland, but I do slip over to the Tennessee River a few times. It depends on time of the year because I live closer to Kentucky Lake, and you just don't want to fish it in the summertime for obvious reasons, boat traffic and
Mhm.
It's terrible fish out there. So, but I do get down to towards Alabama, fish Nick and Jack, places like that. But that's not often. So I mainly fish the Cumberland mainly because it's like 10 minutes from the house. But so I guess my PB Blue is 122.3. My PB Flathead's 76 pounds, and then, of course my PB Channel is only 12 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. 76. Holy
Yeah,
Toledo.
yeah,
Flatheads are my obsession, and that's something you and I have a lot in common, Micah.
yeah.
You have the same excitement for flatheads that I do.
I don't care if it's 5 pounds or 50 pounds. I get excited. I get so excited about a flathead.
They are
Heck yeah. I will. I tell my husband all the time, I will take a flathead over a 50-pound blue any given day of the week just
Oh,
because they're so hard to get. I
yeah,
just love the struggle.
yeah. I absolutely agree with you 110%. I would because it's especially the section of the river that I fish quite a bit, which is about a 40-mile stretch that I fish quite a bit. And we have flatheads. We've got big flatheads out there. It's just we don't have. We just got so many blues. That if you try to fish for flatheads, you'll run through 8 or 9 blues before you find a flathead, and that's even if you get into a flathead. But I've caught several over the years, but not as many as I would like to catch. Would you say that?
Yeah.
So they make them more special for me.
Yes, yes. They're a lot harder to track because they're so patterned and
Yeah,
figuring out the pattern. They have a big area to pattern
yeah,
themselves in. So
hmm
it makes it a challenge. It makes it a challenge for sure. But I love it. I love the chase. I do. I'm obsessed with it.
yeah. Me too.
I was watching one of your videos, I think yesterday or the day before. The one you just put out on the flats you just caught, I think. Um,
Yeah.
because you ended up catching a really good one.
hmm
And I was like, when you were talking, I looked at my husband and I said, "See, he gets me." Because of what you were saying, I was like, "He gets me. He knows. He
Right,
knows."
right.
It's just that thing with the flats. I just love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it is. It's something. It's something special especially when you catch a big one. The chances of me catching a state record flathead here are pretty slim. It's not impossible, but it's pretty slim. But I'd like to think that he's still out there swimming around, and if I never catch him, I'll die with that lie that he's still swimming around out there.
Yes, yes. That's where mine is. He's in there. I just haven't caught him yet.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
get him. I'll get him. Okay, for I also want to say congratulations to both of you for making pro stats this year. That was a big one for you guys. Congratulations on that. Oh, now we lost Ernest completely. Okay, I hope he tries again. Because I don't, he was upside down now. He was upside down and we couldn't hear him. So
Right, right.
I don't know what happened. So, tell me, Micah, I know you do lectures or seminars. I guess they would call them seminars these days, or
Mhm.
um, whatnot. And that's actually pretty important for the angler nomination because getting out there for the community and giving back. But I also saw that you just donated a rod for um, an event.
Mhm.
Do you want to tell me what that was?
It was I wish I could remember, and I feel so bad that I can't remember the name of the tournament, but it was a tournament they had. God, I feel dumb for not remembering it.
Foundation for Free.
Yeah,
Shoot, it's something like that, but I can't remember off the top of my
yeah, it's
head.
something like. I apologize, but no, it's a great cause, and I've donated, God, so many rods, just tackle, reels, stuff like that to anywhere I can. Because what I always told my wife, and of course we talk about this, and I don't know about everybody's religious faith, but I believe I was given this platform for a reason, and so I don't want to squander it. I don't want to waste it. So I do whatever I possibly can for anybody out there that I can do something for, whether it be supporting tournaments, supporting individuals, just whatever I can do, and uh, that's kind of what I like doing. But yeah, like I said, tournaments are a big one. Veteran deals are a huge one for me. If you know, like me and Anthony Brown, we're I ain't gonna say spearheading, but we're definitely backing it up for sure with what we do. So anything like that I can give back, help somebody out, help an organization out, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I'm 110% in every time I can be.
I agree. I love the disabled. We do the veterans at the Sandusky Bay every year, and that is
Mhm.
hands down my most favoriteest event to go to. I absolutely love it. Ernest, can you hear us now? Ernest? Well, dagnabbit.
Well, at least we get to watch his rods, see if the one of them takes off.
Yeah.
Right? Because he catches a lot of fish. So
Yeah.
this could work out. Oh, Ernest? Oh, I
I'm
don't know
here.
what that. Oh, you can hear us now?
Maybe.
It's my signal.
Oh,
I can hear you the whole time. Signal down here. I ain't got good signal down here.
okay. Well, can you hear? We want to know where you're fishing and when you started your channel and what made you do that, Ernest. We're still back at the beginning with you.
Well, I started
Oh,
fishing my life, but I started YouTube about 2 years ago when I got sick. I went on Retired Rick's channel, and he got to talking about saying fish and all that. And I was like, yeah. He said, well, you need to make some videos. I said, well, I don't make videos yet.
Well, lost him again.
oh my goodness. That's the one thing, the fish are always where you can't get signal.
Absolutely.
Exactly right.
Man,
It just happens that way. So, okay, Jerry, you have 3 nominations. Is that correct?
might be honest, Miss B, I don't know.
Jerry, Jerry,
I don't know.
really?
I,
And you are two, Micah.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it's just two.
And I don't know if you guys have been to the page to see, but
I have.
yeah,
I look. I just the only two that I saw were the one you mentioned earlier. So like you said, I don't know if there's any
as
more.
I get them, I alert people. I try to tell
Okay.
people because if somebody doesn't pay attention or follow the page, they're not going to know. So I try to let whoever's been nominated know they were nominated. But I've
usually,
come to the conclusion people think that's a scam.
Really?
Yes, like I'll post it and they'll think I'm making a joke because they're not familiar with the golden whiskers, and I'm like, it's not a scam. I'm like, you really were. I'm just supposed to tell you.
You're right. Right.
I'm like, you know what? I like it though because I've gotten to see a lot of new anglers that I
Mhm.
didn't know. I mean, if I'm being honest, so
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome. I do like that. Okay, so your favorite? We want to know your favorite baits to use, favorite times of day. What do you guys look for when you're Ernest just told me he can't get it. He has no internet signal that he can't get back in. So you guys are gonna have to fill it. Let's hear it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let's hear
Well, go
you.
ahead,
Let's hear it.
JP. Go ahead, JP.
all right. Far as bait, that's a that's a seasonal. It's a big seasonal thing. I'll start with winter gizzard shad. That's about 95% of what I use in the winter months is gizzard shad. So the water temperature a lot of times gets down into the 30s, high 30s, low 40s here. But then as spring progresses, I'll start using skipjack once water temperature starts hitting in the upper 50s. Skipjack, gizzard shad most of the spring. But then once the water starts transitioning over into like the high 60s, 70s, and the 80s, I use a lot of red horse sucker, common carp, moon eye is a lot of my baits I use. And then far as like Mississippi, I'm all about that current and deep water. I love fishing deep water. But it's just I look for the current breaks on your wing dikes, your current seams, or inside bends. I like those a lot. Actually, one of the places I'm wanting to take you and Chris is a big spot where a big inside bend.
I can't
Caught,
wait.
and I've caught a lot of really good fish there. So I'm in the water. I'd say if it keeps going the way it is, another 3 to 4 weeks, it'll be right. So
Micah, in case you didn't know, I have like let's see, we're about 8 months of waiting to come for Jerry to take me to catch a big blue.
Right.
But I had to come at a specific time of year, so we've been waiting and it's coming up and I'm super excited.
I don't know about July, August. I hate July and August with a passion. Fishing, I hate it. I'll still get out there and get after it, but like September, October, November, October, and November are probably my two favorite months.
Mm.
I catch a lot of big fish throughout the winter though, too. Though.
Yeah, see, we get shut down in the winter. Ohio says, yeah, no, that's not happening. What
I
about
wouldn't know
you,
what that's.
Michael?
I wouldn't know what that's like. I fish all year round, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just not a thing. So I have to go fish with everyone else, right, Jerry?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm shut down, so now I'm going to go annoy the rest of you. I have a lot of dates coming up. Yay! All right. What about you, Micah? What about your preferences? Ooh.
Well, so basically to mirror what Jerry said, I mean, it's kind of sort of the same deal, wintertime, except for I think our wintertime shad bite is probably a little bit narrower than his. By the time we get a really good shad bite, as far as like catching fish on shad, is right around when we have a shad kill, and that's when we got some pretty cold days, about a week long. So we get a big shad kill, then yeah, you better be using shad. If you ain't using shad, you ain't getting bit on nothing. But that usually lasts. Uh, we'll give it we'll give it 2 weeks to a month. Sometimes that bite's really fire. But after that, it's like, of course, we transition after that to, skipjack. Skipjack actually does really well pretty much all year, except for the fact that I played around with it quite a bit. And I found that once we start hitting 70-degree water temps, yeah, I kind of need to be looking for something else. So fortunately here in Tennessee, we can use pretty much everything you can catch for bait, which is super helpful because there are different times of year where certain baits work. And so, like when we get into the mid 70s, we'll say close to 80s, man, I absolutely love like bluegill, white bass, crappie, them baits like that, because them fish are bulking up. Like right around that time is kind of right before pre-spawn. And so then fish are bulking up, get ready for the spawn. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's more protein. I don't know if it's a different type of proteins they want. But they just absolutely love them fish for bait. And then of course, post spawn, you can pretty much throw out night crawlers and catch you a 50-pound blue because they're just so hungry. So you got a kind of a good plethora of baits there. But right now, like Jerry was saying about July, August, it is tough. It's tough fishing. Uh, but obviously bait plays a key role in that also. And here lately, I have found that white bass still works pretty good, but Asian carp has been killer. Like it is. I mean, when I throw out some Asian carp, it is instantly getting munched. And that's one of the things I learned last year, and I've kind of kept with it this year. And well, I've got a string of videos coming out that will showcase that in high regard because I've done pretty well the last week. So,
I have a question
but
about that because Asian carp are invasive,
mhm.
but I've heard, over the years, people say that it wasn't good at bait. But this year, I do seem to hear to use it a lot more. Do you think it's because they're getting used to them being there, so they're considering them a main source of food?
uh,
So it's becoming a better bait?
I would say you're partially correct, but I'll say you're half correct on that. The second half of that is it just wasn't a popular bait because people think like Asian carp, like oh what? Now I want to use like skipjack or I want to use bluegill. The more popular baits that have been very popular for years. Um, so now that a lot of people, and I'm not saying, I'm the guy, but there's been several people that have tried to convince me to use it. And it took me up to last year to start using it. And I believe the hype. And I think more and more now people are using it as bait. It's becoming more popular because it is a really good bait. But yeah, like I said, you're dang sure half right on that. I think they're getting used to it, and stuff like that. So, um, but it's just I think the popularity of that being used as bait is getting a lot bigger too. It's
Yeah,
easy to catch. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know about your waters, but I know here they're absolutely everywhere. You can't go anywhere without seeing them. So you just get you a couple, and that's easy bait. You spend 10 minutes, and you got all the baits you need for the whole day, and possibly the next.
Well, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to fish with Tim Scott, Epic Catfishing, and one of the baits he told me to have ready to get prepared when I come down with him was carp and
Yeah.
suckerfish. And I've never done either one of those, so I'm actually pretty excited about
Now,
that.
I'll tell you the same thing. Like JP said, that the suckers they're an awesome bait, as well. I mean, I don't know what it is about them little fish, but them cats absolutely love it. But they have their time of year though. That's the thing.
Seems like with a sucker though, you can take a red horse sucker, cut them off 8, 9 inches behind the head, use them for a bit, then he starts getting like kind of bled out or it doesn't look. You seem like you can throw them back in the cooler, cover them with ice, and it's almost like they rejuvenate
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit. It's
Well, that
wild.
that that cold restricts the meat, which pushes the juice out. I mean,
Yes.
I've had to do that before too.
I mean, when all else fails, do the old head stomp method.
Yeah, yeah,
Throw the bait in the deck of the boat and give them a good hard stomp,
yep.
and there you go.
We do that.
Uh,
We do that with skipjack quite a bit.
no, Jerry. No.
Take it from
No. We're not doing that. No head stomping. Oh my God, I'm an outdoorsman who also is an animal activist, and there are certain people that love to tell me how to cook fish and that I should eat them and what they're going to do to them. Jerry.
Hey, I've been a passionate outdoorsman. Like when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, and wild game and stuff was a big part of our upbringing. And and both my daughters were raised on wild game. If you put a big old thick T-bone steak in front of them, they'll take deer every time. You know.
That's funny. My whole family eats it. And because I don't care, I actually feel like we're supposed to. I'm just genetically flawed and my mind will not let me do it. So
Right.
somewhere along the way what we've done is I got messed up in the mix. So my mind said, no, we're not doing that. Okay, so I want to talk to you. Jerry, you already know about the gathering because you attend. I don't know if you know about it, Micah,
Yeah, I
but
know about it for sure. I tried to make last year, but I didn't get a chance to, so hopefully I can make it this year. Well,
well,
be,
this year, Friday night, we will be the live presentation for the Golden Whisker Awards. and it will be a banquet and an event. So I'm really excited about that, to do that. And then everyone sit around at a campfire and talk about fishing afterwards. So I'm actually super stoked about doing it there this year.
Hmm.
Um, so I hope you can make it.
Me too. I need to get out there. I do, because it seems like it's a good time. A lot of good people out there. So I need to try to get out there for sure.
It's a blast. I absolutely just had an amazing time last year. And then, my stalker was literally, or my stalking victim was literally camped right next door to me. So it worked out so awesome, because I just woke up in the morning, was like, "Hey, Jerry, how you doing? Are we fishing?" So it was pretty awesome. Jerry knows I'm kidding. I have been stalking him for a year now, so he knows I'm kidding, sort of, kind of, a little bit.
Maybe.
I'm just kidding. But you might be next on my list there, Micah, because I have been watching your videos. So, we might have to add you in there with the stalker
Right,
list.
right, right.
It's how I learn. But so anything that for one, seriously, congratulations on the nominations. I know a lot of people, it's new, and this year it's just becoming, bigger than it was in the previous years, and more people are taking it seriously. But the fact of the matter is, people cared enough and thought enough about people to nominate them. So, to me, that's a big deal. I absolutely love that people cared enough to
Right.
nominate someone. So I'm super glad to be seeing. We have grandparents nominating grandkids this year, and that was super cool to see.
Well,
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think this whole ordeal to go to the Whiskers Awards, I think it's like it's definitely something special. It's kind of neat to because us as a whole will say the catfish world, we're a community, and this in itself kind of brings that to light. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
like you could take like even my nominations, and I'm sure Jerry feels the same way. It's an absolute honor to even be just like in the head of somebody else, like, you know what, this dude deserves this, or whatever the case may be. It's that part of it's an absolute honor to be in a place where it's not my wife doing it or my dad doing it, you know what I mean? So it's kind of neat in that aspect, where I am super thankful that I guess we've made some sort of an impact to where people feel that we're deserving of at least a nomination. But like I said, the Golden Whiskers Award itself, I've been kind of paying attention to it for the last couple of years, and it's just a neat deal.
it is.
Because it just highlights those within the community that have done some good, did some really good accomplishments. I
Yes,
mean, because if you recognize them people, and I'm not just talking for me, but I'm saying like Jerry, Ernest, or anybody else that gets nominated for any of the other awards, they'll carry that. You know what I'm saying? And that just makes them to be a better spokesman or personality, or however you want to look at it, for the community itself.
I
And
agree.
and I think that's kind of cool, and to be able to highlight that and kind of put them in the spotlight for that little bit of time, or whatever the case may be, is pretty cool. I like it. I think it's a really neat deal, what has been done and what y'all are continue to doing.
Yes, I think Kevin did a great thing starting it, and it's actually been fun since I've taken it over.
Mhm.
I know I made a lot of changes on everyone, like out of the blue, but
It's kind of
But I think
fun.
but
it's for the better, honestly. When I sat back and looked at what you guys are planning on doing, I think it's a little bit better. Just for the simple fact, it's now it's out there a little bit more, we'll say, and
yes,
and a lot more people have access to what's actually going on. And so like what we're doing tonight, you're kind of highlighting us, and you'll probably do with the other nominees and stuff like that, and that's a cool deal because
Yes,
prior to, I mean, outside of whoever followed, me personally on Facebook or YouTube, they don't really know me except for that part of it.
I agree. I agree, and it's exciting to see more people getting excited about it and more people being nominated and the
Mhm.
involvement people are having. So I'm super happy about the direction it's taking and the excitement in it. More so the excitement because honestly, that's what it's about. It's about the anglers and it's about backing the anglers and supporting the anglers. And I figure this way, helping people's channels grow by bringing them up is a good thing, highlighting them because, like I had said before, you figure there are thousands and thousands. I'm just going to use this number hypothetically, of course, 30,000, YouTube channels out there of cat fishermen. If each one of them subscribed to each person's channel, you'd have 30,000 on each person's
Yeah,
channel. You
yeah,
don't even have to follow them or like them, but you're just backing them. It doesn't
yeah,
hurt to back them. I mean, maybe everybody can make a few dollars off of YouTube or TikTok or, just by having the subscribers. So hopefully this does that to help everyone's channels grow to where we can all retire and catfish. Oh, wait, I don't have a YouTube channel, but the rest of you.
Well,
right.
I think it's so awesome. Just the golden whiskers is just one of the small things that showed how big the catfishing community, just the catfishing world in general. I mean, you look like the Operation Bets for Nets and all the different charities just in the last few years that have started springing up and showing the world that you know catfishing more than just some guy sitting on the riverbank throwing a chunk of liver in the water. It's just, I mean, it's gotten so huge with everybody. Just the gear, everything is upgraded. But it's just, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's bringing so many more people together, and it's something that everybody can do. Because
Yep,
bass fishing is very expensive to get into if you got a boat. But you can go to the bank or wherever and be part of this, and still, enjoy yourself and get people into it. And it's one of those things you can have multiple people get together, which is really hard to do with a lot of other types of fishing.
Well,
agreed.
that's why I like that's why I like what people call what we're doing, the catfish community, right? Because that's exactly what it is, and we're across the board. I've met thousands of people, and across the board, we're all pretty well tight knit people. I mean, yeah, you got you still got your headstrong people, you still got your bad apples, you're going to get that anywhere. I don't care where you go.
Yep,
But the thing is, well, I still look at things as we're just one big community, right? So we're here to help
Absolutely.
everybody. I mean, I know I try to help as many people as I possibly can, regardless of what I'm doing. But I think I feel a bigger connection through catfishing than I ever have in any other style of fishing I've done. And that means a lot. You know what I mean? That means a lot. Like you try to find that sense of belonging. And like Jerry said, catfishing is where you can have it because you don't need a bunch of money to get into it. You don't need, a bunch of sponsors to do it. You don't need none of that stuff. Just get out and do what you love doing. And like just for our instance, if you have a camera along, hey, maybe somebody else wants to watch it.
yep.
That's kind of the deal. And but that's what I'm saying. Like to Jerry's point, that's what I love about this, and I am very passionate about this community. I really am.
I am as well. In fact, that is what prompted me when Kevin wanted to gave the golden whiskers over handed it over to me. I was actually thrilled to do it because I have gained so much from being in this community and
Hmm.
watching how much they helped and watching how much you guys have, how arms wide open people were when I came into this community. I said, you know what? I'd love to do this for him. I will do this in a heartbeat. And I
Mhm.
very much enjoy doing it because of the people in the community.
Right.
I just adore them. I adore them a great deal. And so it's been an honor to get to Jerry. I mean, obviously we've been friends for a while, and Mike, the couple times I have met you, and it's been an honor. I mean, just you guys are magnificent souls, and I love that about you
I would
very
say
much.
about Micah.
So
I've gotten to meet him a few times. Of course, we're on one of the pro staffs together. He is one of the most humble, down to earth, with all the success he's had. He is one of the most down to earth and humble persons you'll ever meet.
Well, I appreciate that, Jerry.
I can say that about both of you, actually, both of you, uh, hands down. You two have been very positive ambassadors for the catfish community, and you deserved your nominations. And everyone that got nominated this year, I literally would sit there and go, you know what? I see that. I know why. It's just great people all the way around. And I wish Ernest was up here.
Yeah, me
And
too.
Ron,
Yes, Ernest is
um,
a great, great dude.
he is, and he is equally as. And since he can't be up here because of his internet, I do want to shout out to him because he is not only an excellent fisherman, he is a great soul as well, and
Overcame
so
major,
wildly supportive.
major health issues to keep going to doing what he loves to do.
Yep.
Mhm.
So,
And
And
he's in
that
every
takes
live.
that. Yeah,
He's
Sam,
in
that takes
every
strength
little.
in
Oh,
itself. You know that like what you were just saying, JP. That takes strength in itself, and man, that's just that's a strength that most people won't know. I'll just put it that way, and those are some of the very admirable things that I look for in a person. Also, it's like pretty much the if you want to look at it from an outsider looking in, like the whole world's against me, but this dude's doing still doing what he loves, and God, he's like, yeah, you may take some things away from me, but you'll never take this away from me. And I love that strength. I love that mindset. I encourage that. And even if I get to that point in my life, you'll still see me trying to catch a big blue or whatever, big flathead.
absolutely.
oh yeah. I tell my husband when I can't do it anymore, just flop me over in the boat, lay me at the bottom, and give me the reel, and I'll just hold it up and watch it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've got this. Give me a periscope. I'll put it up so I can
Right,
see.
right.
I got this. I got this. Just chuck me over. I'm good. I'm good. I can still do it. I still do it. All right. Does anyone have any questions for Jerry or Micah or Ernest? He is in chat, even though he could not be up here. And Danny had made the comment, and just so we know that I don't ignore any comments, talking about this 5,000 subscribers, but only a couple hundred actually watch, then it's a sub for sub trade off, just the hard truth. But the fact of the matter is, if they are subscribing, they may eventually start to watch because
Mhm,
yours will show up on their feed. So it in turn will lead to more people watching. So even though, you know, there may be a slight negative to the start, but the end result of supporting someone in your video coming up on feed because you're subscribing, you're going to get more views. So it's not exactly a trade off. The hard truth is you have to start with the subscribers and then they will start to watch.
mhm.
So, I mean, just on the positive note of that, there's a positive to everything, Danny. I love you. There's a positive. Get those subscribers. They'll eventually watch. They'll watch because you're going to come up on their feed. Let's do it. All right. I just wanted to point that out that yes, to start off with, that is what it is. I mean, that's just a reality. I subscribe to 800 people, but that doesn't mean I have time, well, probably more than that because I'm on the Golden Whiskers. So, but I don't get to watch them all the time, but I eventually do get to them. As they come up on my feed, I slowly watch everyone's. So you do get this, you will get the views. You just got to get the subscribers on there first so they can see your when you have a live. or when you have a new video. So just a positive to that, Danny. Oh, and Lance agreed. These are my two negative Nancy's. I love them to death, but they're my little negative Nancy's. I have to give them the positives
Yeah,
because,
but both of them got a heart of gold, though.
oh my gosh, I watch their shows. So, I mean, those are two of the greatest people I have had the pleasure of knowing and meeting in my entire life. Just an absolute doll babies. I love that. Well, I haven't got to meet Lance yet, but I've known him for a while. But Danny, yes, Danny is one of the best when it comes to hearts. He's just a great guy. Well, who am I kidding? Everyone is. I love the fishing community. I just do. While the people are putting up questions, I am going to show we do have sponsors that sponsor individual awards. I do not allow cash donations. I think it's very impersonal. Um, Everybody that has donated something that represents either their channel or something they care about. Donated it to I'm saying that all the you guys donated for doing ours. So let's look at those. Of course, I love it when I can do it.
Miss B is getting real,
So that
real robotic-y.
Yeah.
I was raised with a backhand, yes sir and no man, crushing every problem with the cocaine. Yeah, learned a lot of lessons, know not who to mess with, take it out back like a real man. I hear you running your mouth only when I'm not around. Payback's a bitch and you fit the script, so pony up boy, you're about to get your ass kicked. If you got something to say, step on up to the plate. Name a time, name a place. You signed the line, got debt to pay. The word ain't worth a damn dime. Go cash that check, you can't write. The chips are down, can't walk away. So here's a tip for you to take. You wanna talk shit, put your money where your mouth is.
all of those people have donated something in some way, shape, or form, whether it is a rod and reel, tackle boxes, gift card, um, I believe Ancient Mariner reel for Flathead. But all of them have donated to each individual award. So on top of the plaques, there are other awards available. Catchfish with Us donated all the plaques. Bobcat Outdoors sponsored Subscriber of the Year, Ribbon Lip Rods with a pack of Demon Dragon weights. Creo's Guide Service, Blue Cat of the Year, 50% off. Gills and Grills as Bank Angler of the Year, Takedown Rod Holder. Nebraska Wildcats Youth of the Year, custom jersey of their choice with their supplier. Riggin' for Fatties is Kayaker of the Year, Junior Edition box, Trophy Cat Tackle. Outdoor Wicked Adventures, Channel Cat of the Year, hat, hoodie, shirt. Meat Hunter Flex Rod. Size Matters Catfishing did Blooper of the Year, $25 gift cert. And Catfish Weekly is Flathead of the Year, Ancient Mariner Reel. But, and Hubs hurried up and brought a plaque in for me to show.
Those are cool.
These are 11 by 10 solid cherry wood laser engraved, and the winner's name will go underneath them for the year. But yeah, so they're actually pretty big. Well, you can see how big they are, and they'll actually be darker because they're cherry wood. But once they're engraved, and then we've got 4 minutes, so I also need to show our gathering advertisement. And I hope, Micah, you make it here with us this year, and all of the rest of you out there. Let me see if there were any questions real quick. I don't think so, because I ask a lot of questions, so they probably didn't have one. But let's play this real quick for the gathering. And those were our two big sponsors who actually they aren't sponsoring the awards at all. They sponsored the presentation because they wanted to bring everybody to the gathering. So they're literally paying for the whole event to present the awards and the banquet and the banners for to put all the sponsors on and advertise. So that's pretty awesome. So I hope all of you guys can make that there. That's exciting stuff. Do you guys have anything else you want to add? Um, or about your nominations, your channels, your channel names. They have been shared in the link or in the live, but hubby shares them for me as you guys talk so that we can direct people to your pages. But do you guys have anything you want to add or say?
I just, for all those who nominated me, thank you so much. I mean, I feel very, very blessed, and I don't feel very deserving, but I thank you so much. And Beat Miss B, thank you for doing this. You know, like this is one thing helping the community grow. You know, and just getting more people aware, and just like I said, just everybody getting together and doing what we love, and just keep up the great work. So
Yeah,
Thanks,
absolutely.
Sherry. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, kind of like I said, the same thing Jerry said. I appreciate, you taking us over, continuing it on, actually making it, slightly better, than it was. 'Cause like I said, I think it's more intuitive now for people to get involved, with it. And then again, the nomination is, like again, it's an honor. It really is. It's just so neat. I'm just some guy that lives in Tennessee that catches a few fish, and to be able to be put on something like this or be even considered for an award is an absolute honor. I thank everybody that nominated me or is going to vote for me. It's I guess that's the next step, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
uh, but outside of that, I mean, I can't say it enough. I thank you. I thank Jerry. I thank Ernest. I know he's in the chat, but I thank everybody for being at that level where we can get recognized for our attributes, our contributions, our ability to not. Well, I guess in this aspect, to not be selfish, uh, and just do what we can do to make each other better. And that's, I guess for me in all aspects is probably the best part is not only me trying to do it, but seeing others doing it even better. So that's kind of a neat deal.
Well, it was an absolute pleasure having both of you up here because you happen to be two people I very much watch and learn a lot from. So thank you. And thank you for everything you do for the community. And I want to thank chat for coming in and watching. And quick question. Mm, Hold on. Danny says, quick question. Does Micah use beard oil or just rub catfish slime in his beard? Working on growing mine out.
No, this is well. I will say that there's probably going to be some catfish slime in there, but outside of that, it's all natural. I don't do nothing to it. It gets a little wind. It gets a little wind blown sometimes. It looks a little weird, but it all relaxes at the end of the day.
Awesome. Well, I don't have to worry about that, but good information, good information, good information. I'll keep in mind when I want to grow mine out, but for now, we're good. Seriously, thank you guys, and thank you for being such ambassadors for the community. And keep it up, and best of luck on your nominations. And chat, thank you for coming in. Thanks everybody for your support. Let's help those nominations grow. Vote for your favorites. Just go in and like. That's all you have to do. Friends, family, share it so you can get the support to win your nomination, obviously, because it's a private group and I can't change it. So we got to bring people in. But all right, guys, thank you so, so much. And we will see you next Thursday.